Oh, jingle bells,
Ho, ho,
jingle
ho.
bells, jingle all
Happy
the
almost
way.
Christmas.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a
Thanks for
one-horse
thanks for coming in this
open
morning.
sleigh.
As you can see, I've got
Jingle
the
bells,
elderly elf with me.
jingle bells.
So Todd, how's it going this morning? Are you good morning, lady. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Bumcrack. Good morning, John. Yeah, John, this is where it's happening today. Oops, that's not what I want. That's right. Ho, ho, ho. Um, oh, Todd. I'm not sure what happened to Todd. I guess he'll be back. Um, I'm going to. Okay, here we go. Here is the link for the chat for the show. Bumcrack, I told everybody to comb their hair and put on their lipstick. Lutheran's got him, yeah. What I'd like for y'all to do is, if you want to, no, not being forced or anything, is to hit that link, come inside, come in, and do a Merry Christmas and maybe talk about what your goals are for the new year, and if you got a Christmas story from Christmas past you'd like to share with us, that would be lovely. And if not, then I'll just stand here and talk to myself until somebody actually comes in. Mr. Sadie, is it cold out there where you're at? I know it's got to be cold up there where Joanna's at. Okay. Todd said he just lost internet. Let me get over here in the chat. I'm trying all kinds of new stuff today. Anyway, hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I'm ready for it to be over with, I'm sorry to say. It's just, everybody's been sick, and I hurt my ankle, and I'm just, it's only 33 degrees here, but it is so cold. I mean, the wind is gusting so that it just cuts right through my old bones. So I know the ones that's up north, I, I pitied, I pity you. Yeah, that polar vortex is wreaking havoc. Oh, there's Jim and Tara. Hey, hey, Tara.
Hey, I was wondering how long it'd take you to let me in. Tom, it's like -5 where I'm at right now. You're talking about 33.
Yeah, my magnolias could be in serious jeopardy.
Yeah, Jim's worried about his magnolias right now.
Tara, you are um You are echoing.
Am I what?
You're echoing.
Oh, well, I don't like this speaker room thing. I don't know how to fix it. Well, maybe I'll turn down my volume on my speaker.
No,
Maybe
it's him watching. He's watching Netflix.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to bring Bad Santa in. I have no idea who he is because you don't have his
Oh,
camera
boy.
on. So if he goes real fast, like he'll be gone.
Oh boy. Will be.
Well, he left. I was getting ready to bring you in, dude.
Might be a lady. Might be a lady Santa.
Maybe so. Anyway, is it cold up there for you guys?
Well, I mean, yeah, cold for these people is -5 here. We lost power last night. I mean, good thing we had a generator. We probably would have frozen.
Well, it's just been so windy here.
It's really windy here. I mean, last night it was just howling. I mean, we lost. And when we went to bed, the power wasn't on yet, and that was at like 12:30. So I don't know. It finally
Sometime
came
through
in the
night.
morning.
I woke
Yeah.
up around 7.
Yeah, but we'd have froze to death. Because, I mean, this old farmhouse, it loses heat like a sieve.
Yeah.
It's like one of those Tokyo houses. It's made out of stick, bamboo, and rice paper.
Yeah.
You must not got that cold in the 1800s.
Okay,
Well, they tell you
Santa's
Windows-
little witch.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Hang on, let me turn my camera on.
Oh, is
Tara,
this Mr. Saber?
Todd, can you turn your mic off for just a minute? Okay. Say something, Tara.
You're echoing.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out who.
Well, here, I'll mute myself if it's me.
Okay, how about now? I'm still hearing her.
Yeah, it's not me. I muted myself.
This reminds me of the radio shows where they tell the person to turn the radio down. When they call
Oh, yeah.
turn on your radio.
Oh Lord.
Oh, boy.
Everybody is echoing.
Do you think it's
Maybe
Todd's
it's me,
link?
Tom.
It might be the
Let me
elder.
exit. Let me exit and come back.
No, it was doing it before you came in.
Oh, okay.
Can you remove Todd's link?
Can we delete Todd?
Well, Todd don't have internet.
No, I'm scared that if I kick. No, he's back in.
Where is he?
Okay. It's still doing it.
Marco.
That was a dumb. I muted. I turned my own sound off, and then I'm thinking that's not going to solve anything.
Let's get worse.
Tara, I think it's.
It's getting worse.
Did you mute your YouTube?
Yes. Anyhow.
Do something, Tom. You're the guru.
Turn your mic off, Tara. Okay. It's still doing it.
Okay, now somebody else mute because it obviously isn't me.
Hello.
The phone's ringing.
You got mail.
Okay. It stopped. Todd, say something.
Todd's just typing.
Todd's just typing.
And it's echoing.
And it's echoing.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Or just
No,
sounds
it's
strange.
No, it's
Are you on your phone, Tara?
Are you on your phone, Tara?
No, I'm on my computer
No,
like
I'm
I
on
am
my
every
computer
other
like I
time.
am every other time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Use StreamYard.
Use StreamYard.
Nah.
Nah.
Somebody's feeding back.
Somebody's feeding back.
Mr. Sadie, mute
Mr.
you once.
Sadie, mute you once.
Alright.
Live streaming.
How is it now? Say something, Tom.
Yeah. Let's try
Yeah,
this.
it's fun.
How about now?
Sorry, it's Mr. Sadie's echoing. There's something
No,
going on his.
I think we got it now.
Well, Mr.
yeah, 'cause-
Sadie's on mute.
Mr.
Maybe
Sadie,
if he-
you can get off mute now. I think
Get
I
off mute
got it
now. I
fixed.
think I got it fixed.
No, I didn't either.
No, I didn't either.
Is it me?
Mute yours again.
Yours
Sadie.
again, Sadie.
Alright, hitting it off right now.
How about now?
Yeah, there ain't no echo.
Okay, Mr. Sadie, you're the one that's echoing. But that's okay. I like seeing your pretty face there anyway.
Is he on his phone?
Yeah, he's at work.
Oh. I mean, he don't have like YouTube playing on the back of the phone, does he?
I don't know.
I used to have this
anyway.
lady at the real estate office. I call her from it was back when cell phones were early. This reception wasn't great.
Right.
She'd go to me literally. Are you talking to me from a well? It sounds like you're in a well. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, Audrey. I'm out at this house. I'm showing it. I found a well on the property. I crawled into the well and decided to make a phone call from there. You stupid bitch. God dang it! And it would be something important to him, like just get my dad. This is important. You sounds like you're in a well. Just shut up.
It's like when people, when your TV, like in the 70s, would go out and they'd say, "Did you dump water in the back of it?"
Sorry, guys, we had some technical difficulty there.
Am I back on?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah,
I hear a little echo.
it's way better than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there's the link if anybody wants to come in and say Merry Christmas, everybody, and
Oh,
maybe
I'm
talk
on
about what you're going to be
twice,
doing
so-
in the new year and maybe if you got a little Christmas story that you'd like to share, that would be good from days gone by. Yeah, Craig. So anyway, life is rich. So you, where did he go?
Who?
Todd.
I don't know. Is he having internet problems?
I think they're
This
having
thing-
some.
This is like, this technically is going off the rails right now. Todd Bellingen's well.
God, Todd, are you in a well right now?
Todd's not even here.
Oh, that goes back.
Yeah, we got two Mr. Sadies.
Okay, I got rid of one of them.
Yeah, he's got two links in here. That's something.
Tara's got the disco going on.
That's not me.
Sound like a freight yard. No, it ain't us.
No, did he mute me? No, I'm not muted. That wasn't me.
I
Todd,
used to live next to a train
Yeah.
yard. It sounded like
Okay.
a train yard.
Am I
someone was
back?
in a well in a
You're
train
back.
yard.
What a morning. What a morning. I had it all work out perfectly in my head, and it is not going anywhere.
Yeah, it kind of went right off the rails. You gotta
I
use
like-
StreamYard.
I let
Nah.
Tom do the show one morning, and look what happened.
Yeah, it's because you use StreamYard,
Look,
Todd.
I put some fancy decorations up on the screen and
Yeah.
trying to get us in a festive mood. And Todd,
Any better?
Yeah, we're okay.
jumping on my butt this morning.
Are you still getting feedback from me, Tom?
Now I
Do I?
don't hear it.
I put my headphones in. Maybe that helped.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
oh,
it
there
was
you go.
picking up stuff in the background. Yeah,
Mr.
no, it
Sadie
sounds a
went
lot
to-
better.
Yeah,
I hear a motor running, but no echo.
We're gonna
Sorry
make
about
Mr.
that.
Sadie the AV geek of the club.
I,
Remember that
I
kid
ruined
that the
Christmas.
teacher always said to go get the VCR or projector? He could always like thread the film in, and even the teacher couldn't.
No,
Jim Seneca.
I don't remember
Oh, God,
that.
those Jim Seneca boys. They're
okay.
better at everything.
Let me have the floor for just a minute. Good morning, Lag. Good morning, John Jones. Good morning, Texas Bandit. Good morning, Maggie Doodle. Good morning, Reseller Rowboat Beth. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Joanna.
Who's Glenn? I think you meant to say Craig.
Oh yeah, Craig. Sorry, Craig. Van Sharp Baker. That one. I believe I got everybody now.
I'm echoing.
Lag. Can't forget Lag or he'll bitch all afternoon. Lady Kinsey.
Lag says I'm echoing.
Not bad. It was our echoing situation was way worse before, Todd.
Yeah, no, I heard it.
I know it's my fault. So anyway, any of y'all in the group or in the group chat, if you want to come in and talk or just let you make yourself known, feel free to do so. There's the link. Trying to be festive here, and it's going down the tubes in a hurry.
I ruined it.
No, you didn't. It's because Tom doesn't use StreamYard.
Yeah, shut up.
It's kind of Tom.
Jim, get your wife your woman under control.
It's nobody's fault. It's kind of Tom's fault because he doesn't use StreamYard.
You live in the South now, Jim. You got to get your wife under control. There's no more of that Yankee crap going on. um,
So,
how's everybody's morning going, other than chilly?
be better if we won poker last night, huh, Sadie?
Yeah, it was rough.
That was weird. We were both doing great, and then we both just lost.
How much money did you lose, Todd? 1,000?
$11.
Oh,
Oh, God.
big spender.
That's for the perspective of Starbucks. That's 2 Starbucks coffees.
I have never been in a Starbucks.
Wait, where were they gambling?
Online poker.
I was gonna say most places that go in to gamble, it's more than $11 to get in.
No, it's
Oh, Beth backstage.
Oh no,
Sorry,
wait, there's
Beth.
that strip
Oh,
bar.
Beth is backstage, Tom.
I see her. Hey, Beth.
That wasn't.
Hey guys,
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
too.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What do you think,
I just
Beth?
wanted
Texas
to come
is
in and thank
cold.
everybody for their prayers for my dad.
Oh, yeah.
How's he doing?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody looks frozen. Is it supposed to look like that?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear.
Tom looks
I see the
frozen.
smoke rising from Mr. Sadie.
Have you people,
Todd
have you
looks
people
frozen
messed up,
and Sadie
hacked
looks
off the
frozen.
dadgum
Can you hear me,
internet
Tom?
people down in Texas today?
That's not smoke,
He's
Tara.
talking to
That's
Tara.
vape.
Tara.
Oh, it's vape. Same difference.
Oh no,
Well,
Mr.
anyway.
C.
He
I
did
just
give up
want
his
to tell
smoke,
everyone
though.
thank you for your prayers. My dad woke up and he's in a good place right now. So
Well, good. I'm glad to
That's
hear
awesome.
that. Good morning, Hank. Are you going? How long do you think he's going to be in the hospital?
yeah, I can't hear Tom or anybody. Why can I not hear anybody?
I can hear you.
I can't hear anybody.
Yep.
Say something, Todd.
Say
Okay,
something.
well, I'm gonna get out because I can't hear anybody.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
All right. Sorry, Beth. Tara.
It's good that her
What?
dad's doing better.
Okay, I was just
Yeah,
checking
that's
to see if it was at my end, but I'm got a good.
I mean, I can hear you. I mean, your volume sounds a little quiet, Tom, but I can hear you. But I also turned on the volume on my computer when I thought it was my feedback, and my hearing ain't that great.
Yeah, we're glad he's doing better, Beth. You're in our prayers. I know how challenging that is.
Absolutely.
Just life and emotions. Joanna asked if anybody was ready for Christmas.
I guess I'm as ready as I'm gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good.
me too.
Not all the presents are wrapped, but yeah, they're bought, sitting around.
I'm broke, so I guess that means I'm ready.
I am more than broke. What's more than broke? Let's see.
Broke.
Broke ass broke.
Beth said he has a long way to go.
Yeah, the older you get, the longer it takes to recover from a bad thing.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with family health issues during the holidays.
Yeah.
Anytime, but during the holidays especially.
We went up to my in-laws on Wednesday. We drove up and spent some time with them for Christmas. Because when they had the big Christmas get together up there, we couldn't go because Roberta and Sasha were both sick, and my father-in-law has, is it COPD, the breathing issue? Anyway, she didn't want to go up there because she could make him sick. Other than that, it's been kind of a boring
How much
Christmas
snow
so
did you
far.
get over in Missouri, Mr. Sadie?
We got about an inch and a half. But
Oh, we
it's,
probably got almost. I bet you we got 3 or 4.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cold, it's just not going to go anywhere for a couple days.
The high today here is gonna be 6, but so we'll have it till Monday, I would say for sure.
Yeah, here too. It's -6 right now here.
Yeah, it's that here too. I think it was like -5.
Is that with the wind chill factor, or is that just what?
No, that's the
Oh, that's
actual
cold. That's
temperature.
actual. Wind chill's in the
That's
negative
cold.
20s.
Yeah, wind chill's in the -20s here.
I'll check myself into an old folks home down in Florida before I.
Yeah, we moved 800 miles south to escape this, and it followed us.
You're welcome.
We brought
You're
it with
welcome,
us.
Kentucky.
But I think it was like -16 up north yesterday.
That's why Yankees are like hemorrhoids. When they come down and go back up, they're not a problem. It's when they come down and stay down.
That's the difference between. That's like they'll saying, what's the difference between a Yankee and a damn Yankee? A Yankee's one is a northerner that comes south and for vacation and then goes back home. A damn Yankee's one that comes down, and stays.
Right.
Fish, you don't have.
I'm Joanna.
Oh, okay. Well,
Negative
that's
11.
sweet of her. -11 outside. Oh, Lord, Joanna.
I think she's in Minnesota.
Minnesota
Unless
or
I'm
Illinois?
wrong.
I think she's in Illinois.
Is it Illinois?
Yeah, I think so. Because I always thought she was like in South Dakota, North Dakota, someplace like
Oh,
that.
it is Illinois. Now I remember. There's somebody else I was thinking that was in Minnesota. And it's not Nikki, it was somebody else.
It's it it's just so windy here, which is going it could lose power any second now, knock on wood, because it's so windy.
Well, it was funny because I was watching the weather. You had like this, like, so yesterday during the day it was like, like let's say 48 or something like that. So like last night at like 8:39, like Louisville, Kentucky, it was like 43, which it was here. But if you looked out to the west, like out to Paducah, it was already like 13 degrees, which is just crazy to think. Cause like, so the way western end of Kentucky, it's like 13, and still in the middle, you had like this wall and just moved across like that and dropped real fast.
It's pretty crazy. Problem with losing power
I
is
just-
not so much.
First of all, we sound like a bunch of old people discussing the weather.
We do.
my truck didn't want to start this morning.
I mean, we're not even going anywhere because I know the roads are going to be bad.
Is school out today, or they're out for Christmas holidays?
Yeah, no school. They got out. Their last day of school was last week Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
What day is it today? Friday? Yeah, last Friday.
Well, last Christmas I think I was walking around the yard in shorts with a pair of sandals on and a t-shirt. Not going to be happening this year. Because it's supposed to be 13 on our low on Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's 13.
We just sold one of those on Facebook Marketplace yesterday. One of those fake wood burning electric stoves or electric heaters.
Well, if you want to save on power, just go to YouTube and turn on one of the dadgum fireplaces.
Yeah, it doesn't really throw out any warmth. I mean, those actually, when they look like a fireplace, they actually do throw out heat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was just making a joke.
We had one. And
I
Jim's
think
like,
it's-
we're not going to use it. I'm like, well, this would be a perfect time to sell it because I knew we had this big cold snap come in. I mean, I must have had 15 messages on that thing.
I
Well,
got
so
two
far
of them
we
bigs.
were now the sunroom's a little cool because it's glass there, behind these boxes here. It's all glass. It's where the patio was when they built the house, so it's on a concrete slab. Dang, 14. It's going up a degree, Todd.
Yeah, it was 11.
Yeah.
Heat
But the rest of
wave.
the house stays pretty warm. I saw Hank in the chat earlier. Hey, Hank. How's it down there? But you live up near the Georgia line, don't you? And Craig, he's over there in Alabama.
Showing a -8. Jeez.
-8. No. Let's not say we did.
How was eBay yesterday?
I got 3.
Yeah, I did really bad too. I think I had 2. I mean,
What?
it just like it was shut off.
I think it was a $23 day.
That's
I
bad.
sold a brass fit.
I sold a Keurig. Now I got to find a friggin' box for it to go in.
Oh, big full size, the whole Keurig.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even mess with those.
they're not much fun, but it sold
How
for
much
40,
did it sell for? They used to do okay.
45 plus shipping used Keurig. So there you go.
I've got one that
Those suckers are hard to empty. I mean, you know, they got the water tank on the inside. You have to hold them upside down for like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, I need a better way to spend my time.
My wife just bought one for the holidays, a hot cocoa Keurig or whatever it
I've got one that
is. I don't know the difference.
I've got one that quit
It's
working,
about-
and my in-laws, my son and daughter-in-law gave me a new one for Christmas.
The
I was
difference
looking to
is
see
it's
what
another
part-
$75 you spent.
Do I?
The difference in a Keurig and a hot cocoa Keurig is the other $75 you
Right.
spent.
Right.
Is it $75 for the cocoa curry? I mean, more for the
Probably.
cocoa curry?
No, just on top of the Keurig you've already got.
Oh,
You could do hot cocoa mix and the hot water that will come out of a Keurig.
yeah, that's what we do around here. But I'm gonna
I
piece
did
out
those
some
string
old
of
ones, see if I
Christmas
can
lights
sell any
yesterday.
point off of it.
Which ain't gonna make it there by Christmas.
A little late. Yeah, the problem with this Keurig is it's just big enough that the next size bigger box that I have is jumps the price of shipping like $20. So I gotta figure something out. I'll probably wrap it and put it in a cereal box.
There you go, beer boxes.
Use a Mick Ultra box.
Make
Yeah,
ultra
a
box.
couple Mick Ultra boxes and it's ready to go.
No, those boxes are too skinny and thin.
I had somebody send me something in a beer box, and it was like some kind of. It came from out east. It was some kind of like obscure pumpkin ale, which I'm like, what kind of person drinks pumpkin beer? Ugh. And it came. They shipped this cast iron horse for me, which of course broke because it was not packed very
There's
well.
the legs.
Just the legs, yeah.
I ordered a book one time and it came wrapped in a blueberry cereal box.
Joanna.
Cool.
Cool.
And I'm like, you know, I'd have been really irritated if somebody had dropped something on it, cut through that blueberry
Have a
cereal
little bit of
box.
that blueberry blue flavoring on your book.
Yeah.
I hate
Well,
when
it was
they
just
ship- when we do
a
get
box.
things
There's
that are in
no
a big
cereal
old
in it.
box though, they smell like perfume. I don't know what that is.
Joanna.
I can't see the chair.
Yeah, cockroach ornaments would be gross. Beer box or cardboard ornaments, that'd be kind of cool, but cockroach ornaments, no.
Cockroach has a battery in it, and it's like its legs move while it's on the tree. That would be cool. It'd have to be animated.
That's good, Anissa. Anissa's making sales.
That's good. I mean, I was doing okay, but then, yeah, yesterday we just crashed and burned.
Well, it's just my opinion, but I think that the sales up and unless somebody
We're
just
so busy trying to stay alive.
their Christmas is going to be like the following weekend. I think Christmas shopping is about over with. I think it's going to be stuff people need for real life.
Yeah.
God dang, man.
You ever see them real tacky looking beer cowboy hats like Miller Lite or something?
Mm-hmm.
Todd wears
I don't know
one on
what-
a regular basis.
I don't know what it is about those things.
Are you talking about those cowboy hats?
Yeah.
Those do alright on eBay. Oh, are you talking about the ones made out of the box?
Yeah.
I bought some, were on clearance this early fall, like around back to school time. They were on clearance at Walmart. They were Bud Light, which I don't know who's a big Bud Light fan. But they were those cardboard hats that they sold at Walmart. I think they had them on clearance for like 50 cents, and I don't have any of them. They sold really good.
I drink Bud Light.
I'm starting to think.
I think
Taurus-
I was getting like, I mean, they weren't like, you weren't getting rich on them, but they're selling for 20 bucks a snap, and I mean, I had less than $1 in them.
I'm starting to think Tara's a beer profiler.
Yeah,
The Fed-
but Jim. Okay, well, Jim, would you drink Bud Light? I don't think I've ever drank Bud Light. I've drank Coors Light a lot.
If I
Coors
had,
Light
if
is
there was
like water.
a cup of dog whiz,
That's a good woman's beer, also.
If there's a cup of dog urine and a cup of Bud Light, I'd have a tough choice to make.
Oh boy.
If I was in the desert. And now Budweiser, to Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser I think is an excellent product. But Bud Light, I don't know where they took that left turn. And like at Busch, have you ever woke up the next morning after drinking Busch all night? Oh my God, you'll pray for death. I mean, the headache, that Busch beer, I mean, it'll give you it's like worse than Thunderbird wine. I mean, it's bad. You get, or like drinking Boone's Farm. It's a horrible headache.
When I was single, when I would go out to the bar, I wouldn't drink beer. I'd always drink Captain and Coke because beer makes me burp, and I didn't want to be like unladylike at the bar.
Oh my God, is that really why you didn't drink my beer? Oh my God.
Yeah.
We, cause see, when I turned 18, you could still buy beer.
Yeah, I think Jim, you could still buy it when he's 18. Well, Jim, you in Wisconsin,
I
you
was 18.
when you could drink liquor too, right?
I'll tell you though, because I went to college right when the switch I made the 18-year-old drinking age. But when I got into college, everybody could drink at 18. So all the dormitories had beer in them and stuff like, you could have liquor in your room and stuff, no big deal. When they phased in that increased drinking age, you watch the maturity level and the stupid things that these guys did, they just remain children. And I don't know what it is psychologically or something. You just take an 18-year-old and you convince them they're still a child until they're 21. It's just ridiculous. I mean, they're just doing this stupid stuff. It's like, you guys aren't little kids. You're not in grade school. What's wrong with you? And it was with that drinking age. It's a weird psychological thing. Just when they say, here, you're 18, you can drink, everybody's like, okay, I'm an adult. It was like spring break all the time. They're just doing stupid crap, breaking toilets, wrecking graffiti, just stupid vandalistic crap. Anyway, that's why I got
And Iran.
It ought to be 18. Either raise the age of adulthood, keep babies till they're 21, or but.
Yeah, my niece almost
Right.
died in college
Just
from
saying.
drinking.
Merry Christmas, hallelujah.
Like, that was
Thanks,
1977, thank you kindly. No, excuse me. That was 1975. 1977. When I turned
What
21.
you were 18 in 75?
Yep, December of 75.
I was 2.
I was 10.
Well, aren't
Oh,
y'all
that's-
special?
That's scary. You're only 16 years older than me, Tom? Oh my God.
I was 9.
You're only 8
Listen.
years older than me.
I thought he was
I'm
at
not-
least like
I'm
20
not
years
years-
older than me.
I'm 9 years older than Roberta, and people say, so that means when you were 18, she was 9. And I'm like, dude, I did not know her till we were in I was in my 30s, and she was in her
Well,
20s.
Jim's 8 years older than me.
So I'm a year older than Roberta.
Yeah. Yeah, but he picked you up at the bar.
How old are you, Jim?
Jim is 57.
I'm 56.
Oh, you're younger than Jim.
Yeah.
Jim's really turning an old timer. He's planning out for Social Security.
Damn straight, waiting on a government check. I love it. Been my goal my whole life.
My friends were always the old guys anyway. The young guys my age never had any sense growing up, so I always levitated toward the older crowd. The old timers that actually had something to say and some experience.
TAR's president's giving us an 8% raise on Social Security next year.
Good. Spend some of that. You old people need to spend some of that money then.
I won't be buried with it.
I'm under 50. I'm only 49.
You're only 49.
I'm only 49. I'll be 50 in May.
We will have a big old online celebration for that.
Oh, yay.
I'll send you a case of beer.
I haven't. Well, honestly, I've been thinking about buying some Michelob Ultra now that we've been talking about it so much. I kind of have a taste for it, but I haven't drank any beer for like at least 5 years. Oh no, I had some beer this summer, but not enough to do anything. I did have a couple.
If it's been that long, Jim's gonna have to shovel you off the floor once after about 3.
Yeah. Jim quit drinking on me, and then I mean I don't know. It's like, and not that we got drunk anymore, but I don't know. Sometimes if you sit in the house drinking by yourself, it's just like so you don't, and then he just like looks at you like, oh, you're drinking beer, and I'm
I
like,
don't do that. I couldn't care less.
he judges you with his eyes. You can see it. He's like, oh, so you're drinking beer now? Isn't that nice? You lush. What's going on with you? Yeah, he totally went dry on me.
No, I have
Well,
no
you
problem
know,
with anybody else
he got-
drinking or what. I
he
did
got
for
you
health
drunk
care.
at
I
the
just
bar.
wanted- I
He got
wanted
you
to live
pregnant.
longer.
What's the point? He got lucky. But we drank Schlitz in my youth.
Ugh.
Y'all remember those?
Schmitz
Oh,
or
yeah.
Schlitz?
Schlitz.
Yeah, I remember.
Big 40s.
That was the biggest throw up I've ever done in my life was on
Wait,
Schlitz.
is the Schlitz American or
A little
something?
bit. Red, white, and blue. Milwaukee's best.
Yeah,
we
it's already
we
echoing.
could pool our money and all buy one, and that was enough to get us all high.
The red, white, and blue was pretty cheap beer back in the
We used to drink a lot of Pabst for a while.
day. Pabst, yeah.
Like when we were going to Hodag and stuff. Remember, we drank a lot of Pabst there.
When I was landscaping, I drank Carling Black Label. The guy, I had a liquor store in town that I was on my way home. This is when I'm in college in the summer when I'm working landscaping. And the liquor store guy would have my case of bottles on the counter when I walked in. And I'd give him my empties and I'd take my new case for that night.
We
Dang.
drank a case of night.
Case of night.
All the years I played music.
Once in a
in
while I'd have a
church,
couple bottles left over if I was slacking. But 24 hours a day, 24 bottles a
Hey,
day.
Tommy.
Yeah, all the
The,
years I played music in taverns. Now I kind of, looking back, I drank rum and coke. Maybe that's why I got so many.
I'm gonna tell you the best beer in the world, and this was when we were baling hay, and we'd bale hay all day long. And my uncle would get a couple of cases or so of those little Miller Mickey or Miller Minis, the little, I guess, 8-ounce or 6-ounce beers, like in the glass bottle, and he'd put those things on coolers, in a cooler, and cover them with ice. And by the time we got finished baling hay, you
You were
could
drunk?
you could drink the hell out of those damn things.
Oh.
They were
I
ice
thought you were
cold.
drunk while you were riding the wagon.
Hey, Tom, did you throw the empties at road signs?
No, because my uncle would send them. He would collect them all and give them back to his beer distributor.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess, my age, I'm a little younger. We had the screw-off top ones that were disposable, and that was the thing you'd throw them at roads. When you'd throw your empties at roadsides. And it was really tricky if the passenger could do it easy, but it was tricky for the driver because you actually had to launch out with your window and had to go over the hood, to get over to that road sign. It was tricky.
That's a good public
It
service.
was a skill shot.
You were a little.
Well, I mean, they
rogue.
were empty. It's not like I drank
Yeah,
them
but you're
that day.
drinking. Like
Oh, no.
driving.
They've been drank days
okay,
ago, yes. Of
okay.
course. No. You never consume alcohol while operating a vehicle.
Tommy, there's the link if you want to jump in. I'll put it in the chat. Or anybody that's in the chat, if y'all want to jump in, the link is in there.
Of course.
I tell you what, Tori, he was a wild child.
He was. I
If
didn't
your
know
son
back
takes
then.
after his daddy, you're gonna have to get you some switches.
No, well, right. My son is like a straight-laced arrow. I mean, actually, he's pretty good.
Oh, parent.
I guess maybe because we're old. Yeah, old parents raising him, maybe.
That's a good thing.
Because I was raised by 20-year-olds. He's raised by 50-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, he's like very, black and white, right and wrong.
He reads the Bible every
Yeah, he
night.
reads the Bible every night. I don't know where that came from because, I mean, me and my husband don't do that.
You're heathens.
Well, my granddaughter's home from military.
Oh, really? Where is she in? Is she Army?
Army. She was at Fort Sill in Oklahoma. Now she's going to Texas, and I think she's going to go full time.
Cool. Does she like it? I guess so.
Yeah, she's on an open-ended deal with the reserves where she can go full time anytime she wants. So
Uh-huh.
she's thinking about just going full time.
Is she 18
was-
or older?
She's 20.
Oh.
It was awkward as hell going down there because she had a boyfriend here in St. Louis and he wanted to go with us, and she told him that she really kind of was going to move on. And
Oh, she gave him the
well, he
dear John.
ended up going with us, and she didn't want him to. And
Oh boy.
it was awkward. The drive back was very awkward.
Yeah, I
So,
can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Great
Right.
knowing you.
Right. So and sad at the same time because he's not a bad kid. He just
Yeah.
she's got a lot of goals and she just wants to do. So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fish, Milwaukee Beast, 239 is 12 pounds.
Beast.
Oh my God, we had a
Three-
friend. That's all he drank was
329 for a case.
the beef.
So now we just sound like we're a bunch of alcoholics. Even though Mr. said he drinks girl beer.
I like
Allegedly.
Michelob Ultra. I like it. Honestly, I really do.
Do you
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
I have to be
I haven't had it for a while.
I have
I'm
to
gonna
be
go
in the
get
mood
some
for
beer today. I'll buy whatever Tara tells me to buy.
Beer in so long. Jim is thinking about buying the NA Budweiser. That's a real girl beer. He's been looking at it, but he's too cheap.
Okay, I want you to get some, and I want you to do a. I want you to do a reaction video when you try those now.
Oh, it was like one time when me and Jim were first dating, we went to Florida, and he took me to this thing they had in Florida. It was like one of those dinner theater things. It was called Arabian Nights because he knew I liked horses. But I mean, it's like totally geared for like an 8 to 10-year-old girl that's horse crazy. But it was slightly cute. We sat there, and he had tickets where we could get all the beer we wanted to get. And I'm like, geez, Jim, this beer, I'm not seem to be getting a buzz off of it. And he goes, what was it? He goes, oh, it's Busch Light. You gotta drink 3 times as much. I mean, we we drank a ton of it, and we wouldn't get drunk. I'm like, we don't have any hangover.
Because we're going to
about that.
Disney the next day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't be hungover going to Disney World. Yeah, we wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning. It's like we're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I even made my sister pick us up so we wouldn't be
Because we're
driving.
planning we're gonna be
Yeah, because
drunk
we're
at this
slamming all this beer at this place. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it hits me, I'm like, wait a minute. That was Busch NA. That was Busch non-alcoholic beer. Damn it. I figured out what they did. Yeah, because we had no buzz, no hangover, and we drank like 4 pitchers of beer apiece. I'm like, something ain't right here.
Thought you drank yourself sober?
Lord.
Yeah.
We had a great time at Disney. We were toasting. Or was it Disney or
No, we
Universal?
went to Universal.
Yeah, went to
Because it was
Universal.
before Brandon.
Whatever. But yeah, we were going to, we had a big day. We got 6 o'clock, man. We're up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to roll.
If I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink bourbon.
I still drink a few, but I don't go crazy anymore like I used to.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't drink as much as it sounds like I do. I mean, sometimes it comes off like I drink every day, but
20 years ago, I mean, yeah, I did drink a lot. When I would go
Oh,
out,
yeah.
I would have a good time. But yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Well, don't worry. Just keep drinking that Michelob Ultra. You won't develop any kind of habit or
I won't.
that 3-2 beer. It's hard to get down it.
When Jim first started talking to me, he's like, "Oh yeah, you drink Captain and Cokes, and you drink a lot." And I'm like, oh, I was kind of offended. I'm like, well, what kind of thing is that to say to somebody? You
Hey,
drink
Walker.
a lot. And the whole table started nodding their head yes. We were sitting at a poker table. They used to play poker in this bar. And they all nodded their head like the understanding you do drink a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I'm the only bartender at this bar. I mean, I'm busy, but I ain't that busy. I'm gonna notice somebody drinks that many Captain Cokes.
That's like a badge of honor where I come from.
It's my kind of girl.
You know, when I was about 16 or 17, we'd go to the Bootlegger. And I did not look 18 till I was about 30 years old. We'd drive up to the Bootlegger and just toot the horn one time, and he'd come out and he'd say, "What you boys want? Or what you boys up to tonight? We'd like to get some rum." And he'd bend down and look at the car, and he'd say, you guys 18? And are you guys 21? Because you had to be 21 to buy liquor. At 18, you could buy beer and wine. And we're like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Okay, I just have to ask." And he'd come back out with a bottle of rum, and we'd pay him and go about our business. There wasn't a damn person in that car that looked 21. There wasn't a person in that car that looked 17, actually. But he'd sell it to us.
Yeah, rum and Coke used to be my drink.
Yeah, I'd hit that Captain. I get a little Captain in me. And
I had a bad experience with Bacardi 151, and it cured me a
I never
rose
was much of a whiskey and Coke drinker, for me the Captain was just a little easy. It had a little less bite.
My mom would make cakes with rum-flavored frosting, and I wouldn't eat it.
Oh boy.
Because rum-flavored doesn't bring me back to that 151 moment. And
I've
it was
had
not
many
a good
bad
moment.
experiences with rum.
Oh yeah, I had one where. Do you remember that Tahitian treat soda? Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like a fruit punch soda that Canada Dry made.
Yeah.
I did something with rum and Tahitian treat, and I mean that was not a good experience.
That's going to be my new nickname for you. Yeah.
You remember? Did you have Tahitian treat up there?
No.
Oh. I saw it somewhere. I think here, like at the gas station.
I'm going to try it out.
Well, you know how I mix drinks. Okay, half. There you go.
We're at this. I take her to this Halloween party. You know, they got a bar or whatever, and she's got she's making her own Captain and Cokes. Well, she always would get them at the bar. She never made them at home, or she's mixed them 50-50. The DA's wife is there. She comes up to me. She goes, "Hey Jim," he goes, she goes, "You better check out your wife."
Girlfriend.
Her girlfriend, yeah, we were just dating. She goes, "She's almost polished off that whole bottle of Captain Morgan's." I'm like, "What?" I look, I'm like, "Oh my God, there's like an inch left in the bottle." She's out on the porch. It's about 10 degrees out. She's out on the porch in this little cat outfit, like this little bodysuit cat thing with a tail and whiskers.
It had pants on.
Whatever. So anyway, so I get out there. I mean, it's too cold to be out. Oh yeah, and heels.
Yeah.
So she's out there. I mean, it's really cold out. No jacket or nothing. She goes, "Oh, I just felt warm." I look at her face; it's all flushed. I'm like, maybe we ought to get going. You don't look so good. Well, anyway, I'll end the story there because I don't want to. Anyway,
That's where they had
let
to
me put it
get
this way: I had
back.
to pull a car over on the way home.
Well, you drink a bottle of Captain in an hour, you're gonna be messed up.
The story's just getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I said pull the car over. He's like, "Oh, we're almost home. Are you sure we won't make it?" When I tell you to pull the car over, you pull the damn car over. Don't ask me any questions about it.
I'm telling you, Jim and Tara could have Jim could have Tales of Uncle Jim, and he would have 500 million subscribers. I swear he would. People would be learning English around the world just so they could listen to Uncle Jim.
That would be awesome.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think you're
Oh,
being
you have great
optimistic.
stories, Jim.
It was upstairs.
Go put it in the remote pocket. God dang it.
He takes that remote, but he carries it with him because he likes to have full control of our
He
TV.
wants to make sure that you don't change the channel on the TV while he's out of the
He
room.
forgets where he puts it.
he's the head of the household, only under our German Shepherd. She's actually our boss, but he's number 2.
Yeah, Jim had a real
Number
bad
2.
experience with like Fruity Pebbles at deer camp. He got so drunk and was eating Fruity Pebbles, so he was throwing up
I
the
can
rainbow.
still eat Fruity Pebbles, though. That didn't bother me. Bothered my brother, though. My brother couldn't eat Fruity Pebbles because he's in his deer stand, and with a scope, he can see the hunting shack. So he sees me getting sick outside the hunting shack, and he couldn't eat Fruity Pebbles. It was Sean that couldn't eat
Oh.
the Fruity Pebbles. Because he saw that, he goes, yeah, I haven't been able to shoot Fruity Pebbles.
I feel like I was just super straight or something when I was a kid compared to Jim. My
We used
worst
to go
thing
to
is
the-
my worst thing is going to the bootlegger, and we would go when I was in college because I went to a local college, and it was a day college.
Did I ever tell you the arm curling story?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And we would go out at lunch. There's about 4 of us guys. We'd go out to lunch and get a Slurpee and then put Southern Comfort in it and go back to class.
We used to go to this Woodhead Country Fest. It's like a 4-day music festival in northern Wisconsin. Actually, it gets a pretty good headliner country music stars there. Anyway, so I'm pregnant, so I'm not drinking. And I walk up, and Jim is totally smashed. He's hanging out with his brother's brother-in-law, who's young, like in his early 20s. And they're arm curling these 2 young girls. They're laying across their arms, and then you lift them. So I come walking up, and
No, they don't lay on your arms. You hold them with their pelvis,
Yeah.
and you hold them with their shoulder.
well, it's
They're
like
not laying on your arm. You're holding
yeah,
them
I
like
know, but they're like this,
Yeah, that
like
would be
style.
cheating.
That would be point.
They're
So they're doing this. So
arguing how to hold a girl.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna curl her, there's a special way you gotta hold her.
so anyway,
If you're pushing over a fence, there's a different way you hold her.
so there's 2 girls. Jim's got the one that weighs about 90 pounds and looks like a twig. The other one's not fat, but she's a little pudgy. And the young guy's like, I can't lift her. And Jim, real loud. I mean, you could hear him 100 feet away. Come on! She's already self-conscious about her weight. Just man up. I mean, the girls never came back after that.
No lag. That was not doing prohibition. South Carolina never had prohibition.
What? Were you making that bathtub gin, Tom? Did you have a speakeasy with
I
a
was
secret
not
door and
born during
a password to
Prohibition.
come in?
No, man. Moonshine's made like daggum iced tea down here. Some of that scary moonshine. So, does anybody have any big plans for after the first year as far as their business life goes? You guys don't
Shit.
do anything different, or
No, I'm just gonna try to stay alive. I'm just gonna. Well, I'm going to really. I got this death pile. I'm really working on getting all this crap listed, so it's listed because I've fallen behind on listings. So.
It's hard to plan past Christmas too because it's such like a traumatic event that it like
Yeah, and usually
you don't. It's like once that's over, that's okay. Now I can go on with the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, and it's like the whole 4th quarter because you're always wrapping up for this bigger
Yeah,
4th
it's very
quarter,
crazy
and
time.
shipping numbers go up, and trying to list more, and you're pounding it harder. So, but I mean, it will carry over after the first year because you'll have like 10. I need to get down. I got some piles of stuff here that I need to whittle my way down.
Oh yeah, and then you got your 4th quarter tax filing. Then you got your regular tax filing that's coming up because now you got all the stuff for the year. So you're looking into January. You're gonna be filing your regular taxes. So you got that to look forward to. Returnuary. I don't know how you guys were for returns, but man, we had a November and December were terrible for returns this year too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, November was a little bit.
You get like this buyer
Some
remorse or
regret
something.
buying, I think.
It's like, oh crap, I spent too much. Now I got to get this money back. So return.
Hey Tom, take a look at the private chat when you get a second. I gotta get going pretty soon, but I put my number in there in case you ever need to get a hold of me for something.
okay.
Oh, I see it. 3679 305. Okay, now we know it. Good.
5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5.
I thought it was 867.
Oh, it's
Oh,
8675309.
I
Oh, I
forgot
didn't
it.
know. I thought it was 8.
For
That
a
was-
good time, call.
That was the Alzheimer's version I called out.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put it in my cell phone in two places. I'm gonna have to put it in as Larry, and then I'm gonna have to put it in as Mr. Sadie.
A friend of mine was doing videos on calling prank callers back, and he would give them that 8675309 was his number.
It's oh yeah, Mr. Sadie, you gotta go to work, or you gotta go do something to earn your paycheck.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when it gets like this, people don't show up.
Dang it.
I
Too
bet.
cold and too close to Christmas. Sounds like a good
Yeah.
sick day.
No, it's because it's damn 9 degrees. Really.
Yeah, I said it's a good sick day. It's too cold and too close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Right, right.
My son that works at the assisted living place, they had 4 cases of COVID yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I gotta keep checking on him to make sure he.
Yeah, but isn't the COVID not as bad as when it first started 2 or 3 years ago? It's not
I
like
don't
the
know.
strain's not as strong or something. I don't know.
I think that other stuff that's going around is more kind of kicks you harder now. That whatever it is, some kind of flu-like thing.
Yeah, it was a flu. It was
It's
they.
some kind of respiratory flu.
Yeah, I'll say, and oh yeah, because Brandon brought it home, and where I go ride horses, they had it there, and I got it a little bit. I didn't get like congested real bad, but you did have a cough for like 2 weeks.
Felt wore out.
Yeah, my son's down with it right now.
There
Half
was
our
still
family's had it.
There were still a few people wearing masks at Walmart the day before yesterday. I was like,
Yeah, I see them here too. There's some people wear masks.
that's so 2020 of you.
Yeah, they gotta get with the times.
They still haven't.
Well,
figured
I
out how to
suppose if they
learn.
wear it because they don't want to catch the flu or whatever, fine.
But you know, in a lot of those Asian countries, they wear masks all the time when they're out in public.
Oh wait, how did it work over there? China's having a huge COVID
Yeah,
outbreak.
they can't get rid of the people. Well, that's Christmas. You should talk about.
Well, at least wear it right. I mean, half the people I see, it's hanging off their face, their nose, they're wiping their.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I
the
don't
bad
care.
thing is the mask. You take the mask and you wear it in Walmart, you wear it in Lowe's, you wear it to the restaurant, you wear it here. But if the germs are in the air, you're always taking this. They're always using the same mask. You should really throw it away and get a new mask.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. If you had a doctor in a hospital, let's say the ICU, and he wore the same mask from each patient's room, you'd be like, "What in the Sam hell?" Because they throw them away. That's the way they're supposed to be used. But people use the same shitty old mask, so it's still picking up germs and stuff.
Yeah, if you look up them things, they're only good. They're only rated for hours, not even days.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They're not. I mean, and I've done it too because it's like, oh, I don't have a mask, and in order, well, back when they made you wear masks, and, you know, to go in the store, I got to have one on. So you'd have one in your car, you just throw it on. Well, it's gonna be,
Give me that
it's
old
gonna have the
beat up
germs on it
mask.
you
That's,
picked up wherever.
yeah, give me that beat up old mask that's in the glove box. I'll put it
Yeah.
on to go into Walmart.
Or
Yeah,
they- or
it's
they
hanging
got a
on your
scarf
on your rearview
On your
mirror.
rearview mirror.
Yeah.
It's
It's up there with the garter belt from the wedding you attended in the 80s.
Yeah, and an air freshener, that black ice air freshener, your
Yeah,
face
yeah,
mask,
the little tree.
and your high school graduation tassel.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I still
They
like
would
the
have,
regulars.
and the
Some of these people would
rosary
have, like,
for
a-
the Catholic folks. Yeah.
No, Catholic folks don't hang a rosary on the rearview mirror. I mean, they'll have something.
What?
They-
You'll have who's the patron saint of safety and
If
travel?
my Uncle Paulie, the
yeah.
most devout Catholic in our family, if Uncle Paul caught you hanging a rosary around your rearview
Yeah,
mirror,
you wouldn't
he'd
do it.
choke you out with it.
Yeah, you'd have maybe a holy scapular, or who's the guy that protects you in travel? The
Saint
saint.
Christopher.
Yeah, you'd have a Saint
Blake took
Christopher.
away Saint
Yeah.
Christopher.
They did.
Yeah, he's no longer a saint.
Are you being
I don't-
No, I'm
smart?
just talking serious.
I don't know.
Because they
but
can't know
somehow-
they don't have the evidence to prove that you never existed.
Oh,
So
really?
they're thinking he's more like a character, not actually like a myth kind of thing. So he's not technically. You won't see New St. Christopher stuff
Really?
from the Catholic Church.
Well, what about Saint Nick? There's no proof that he's alive.
Hush.
Well, not a lot, but that he ever existed. There's no. They couldn't find.
No, there is a Saint. Whoa. There is actually a Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas is different than Santa Claus, though.
No, he's not.
There is actually a Saint Nick. There is a Saint Nick.
No, it was. They made Saint Nicholas.
They
into
kind
Santa
of
Claus
based
so we
Saint
could bring
Nick
the
on.
pagans over to our team.
Well, let me tell you what.
Because
there
Saint
a
Nick
Santa
Day
Claus.
is like
I know.
December 6th.
I know there's a Santa Claus because when I was about 10 or 11, I should have been taking a trip on the Polar Express. And so, I was having some doubts, and nowadays it's like at 5 they quit believing. But, back then it was different times. It was a slower time. Anyway,
Saint Nicholas is a real person. He lived from like 270 AD to 343
Wait, I made a
AD,
mistake, though.
and you can look him up on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia's wrong. You changed that Wikipedia page. Go alter it.
I'm not gonna alter
Saint
nothing.
Nick's still alive. He lives at the North Pole.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
For any of our younger listeners,
Oh, okay.
But somehow I just knew that Jim had an Uncle Paulie. I don't know why.
Yeah.
you like to call Uncle Paulie.
He's connected.
Yeah.
Great.
People of Chicago, shimmy shammers.
Well, he worked for Continental Can in Chicago, so I don't.
There you go.
He helped develop the extruded aluminum beverage can.
Oh,
Of
like
course
beer
he
cans.
did.
Yeah, they take a little puck of metal, and then it forms that metal puck into the one-piece bottom of your aluminum can. He did not invent it, but he worked on the team that developed it for Continental Can.
Oh.
So, and that's why he had a really nice motor. He's the uncle I had that would tell me, "Hey Jimmy, I think my Social Security is great because I use it to put gas in my motorhome."
I
So
can already picture him.
That was his family name was Paulie Three Fingers, though.
Yeah.
Well, his last name was Ragona. So he goes to date when he's dating my aunt. He married my dad's sister, who's Irish. So he's dating he's this Italian guy dating my aunt, and I never met my grandmother. She died a month before I was born. But anyway, apparently one of the sisters told my grandmother that she was dating some guy, and she goes, "Well, what's his name?" And she goes, "Paul Ragona." She goes, "Ragona, Italian?" They go, "Yeah." I guess my grandma spits, and she goes, "You know how?" I can't even say it. Anyway, she said some disparaging things about Italians. It was bad.
I
Anyway,
can picture him now.
but he
Get in the
fit
car,
right in.
Jimmy.
He's a good guy.
Get in
I
the
thought you
car,
were
Jimmy.
okay as
Me
long
and
as
get
you were
him.
Catholic.
What?
What about the
You're
Catholic?
talking about the Irish, and the Italian.
Yeah, my mother's Sicilian and my father's Irish. So yeah, I'm Catholic.
So you,
Yeah, of course Jim's Catholic.
What do you think I'm going to be, Baptist?
Can't get more
You're
Catholic
just
than
totally screwed up, Jim. Clark, good morning. I'm sorry you had to clear your driveway.
that. All right, listen. Merry Christmas, everyone.
All
All right, Merry Christmas, Larry.
Have a blessed
Bye,
weekend.
Larry.
Enjoy your families.
Santa's little
You
bitch.
too.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I better get my Keurig packed. So, I'm still echoing.
Are you,
Oh, well.
you're not expecting any snow down there, are you?
Here,
Yeah.
we actually had about a tenth of an inch yesterday. It was coming in sideways. But no, there's no precipitation with this cold front. It's just cold.
So you didn't get a white Christmas? We got a white
Mm-mm.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, we got more. You could sled on this crap.
Yeah. You should crank up the
If
snowmobile.
we had a toboggan, yeah, we could drive the snowmobile on this stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're not in northern Kentucky. We're South Central Kentucky. This is BS.
Oh boy.
Um,
I'm making a complaint.
Joanna, how much snow did y'all get up there? Was it too cold to snow?
Too cold to snow.
I've heard about it. I've heard that happening.
Too cold to snow is when it's high and clear.
Yeah, it gets the humidity down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a letter to John Kerry. All this money that we're spending on the climate, he needs to fix this.
It's, you know, it's not. It's going to be okay. Spring is around the corner.
You're right. Well, it is because I'll say the difference between here and where I lived in Wisconsin.
Yeah, spring came in May.
Yeah, on Friday it's gonna be 60 here, so I could put up with winter for 4 or 5 days.
The last snowbanks melted usually about the first or second week of May. Not a joke.
I'm just no. I'm not living up there where
we
they have
should
snow like
we
that.
should take a reseller vacation up to like where Nikki is, like around February.
Yeah, Nikki's.
Oh,
We're
no.
actually compared to where Nikki's at. We had it easy.
We should do it. We could sightsee around, Duluth and stuff, and we gotta do it like end of January, February,
Listen.
Oh God.
and bring Tom, bring Todd, bring all these Southerners up there. It'd be a lot of fun.
-8. No. Why do you live up there? I'm going to file child abuse on you, keeping those babies of yours up there in -8 degrees. No, I don't want to live any place that a ship can come into the harbor and then can't leave because during the night that harbor freezes over. I was listening to okay, I watch the most bizarre stuff on YouTube. There is a cam out of Duluth where the ships come in, and because I'm subscribed to that, I guess I get all this other stuff. But anyway, this guy was talking about a ship came in, they unloaded and then loaded some stuff up, and they were supposed to leave the next morning. Well, during the night, it froze up and they couldn't get out. No.
Yeah, usually they have those tugboats that go out, in the middle of the night and
Yeah, they
stuff,
break
and,
the ice up.
those ice-breaking tugboats go through. I mean, it's very rare that all of Lake Superior freezes over. I mean, it doesn't. Once in a while, I mean, it gets out pretty far, but it really doesn't go all the way over.
Remember I said one of my life goals is to snowboard
Yeah.
all the way across Superior?
Yeah, you'd be an idiot.
And in February, I'm going to be in the Cayman Islands and in Panama, Costa Rica. I'm not going up to the snow.
No, we should do it. It'd be fun, Tom.
I would like to go
you're
up there
going to
before it gets
Panama?
down to 8 below zero, or as
Bring your
Nikki
AR.
says, shoe wearing weather. But I don't want to go up there when it's -13. That's just a little bit too cold for my.
I will tell you, I've been to Duluth. It's worth going to go.
Oh, it's a
I mean,
nice city.
it's a cool city. If you go and do it in the summer, it's worth going to see. They got a lot of stuff down around the lake. They got Maritime Museum. They have an aquarium. They have a big train museum. You are not that far from the Apostle Islands. You can do the lighthouse tour, where you go out on a boat off the Apostle Islands and do the lighthouse tour. There is actually a lot of cool stuff up
And
there
it's got
to
a
do.
small town feel. You know how you get in a city where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get lost in this city. It's this generic city where it's like all the, it's Duluth is different. It's like everything is. There's lots of visual landmarks and stuff. You actually feel like you're kind of like in a small town.
Yeah.
You're in it an hour. It's like you feel like you know the town. Where it's like not
I
like a
would
city that's hard to
honestly,
figure out.
I mean, not right now. I would go back up there for the summer and like do the thing in Bayfield and stuff, and do like the where they take you out and do the lighthouse tour and stuff. That was fun.
There were some homeless people living underneath the overpass. They waved. They're real polite and nice. Oh, there was some protesters though. They were nasty.
Yeah.
We walked on the other side of the sidewalk. They were very angry.
Yeah,
That was
the
very
video
big
that you
change.
shot you shot some video when y'all went up there. I think you were going to go see Mr. Trump, but you
I
ended
did,
up
we
doing
did
some
go up there.
sightseeing too.
We
And
met
it's
up
really
with
pretty up
Nikki.
there.
We met Nikki.
Yeah, it's
We
really
went to
pretty up
McDonald's.
there.
Yeah, we did take some. Well, I think we did. Yeah, we took some video and pictures.
What's the dog's name? Diesel and Lugnut?
Willow, I think, was the little dog, and
Oh, and the Lug. Oh, okay.
and Lugnut is her dog, but Diesel's her daughter's dog. I don't think we saw that.
Oh, okay. I know we saw two dogs.
No, John.
Bring the bankers boxes and cats.
It's going to be me and my wife, and it's just going to be a relaxing 8 days. I don't want to get.
The train museum was cool when we
Oh,
went to
train
that.
museums.
It had one of Lincoln's funeral cars in it.
And it's a real laid-back museum. I mean, they let you climb in and out of these trains and stuff. You can sit in a real locomotive and stuff and handle the controls and stuff. It's, I mean, not obviously not running. It's a display thing. But I mean, yeah, it's not like it's all roped off. You get to climb right in this stuff. The Lincoln's funeral train car, we got to actually walk through it. They got a fake casket, but I mean, it's obviously not the real casket from Lincoln. But it's got all this stuff in there, you know, that's period decorated, and a tour guide lady takes it through and explains it all. It was really cool.
John, I don't know where.
And what did it cost?
It was I don't remember.
It was if it was $5.
I don't think it
was
cost
either-
the three of us $30 or
Oh,
25 maybe.
it was pretty cheap.
No.
I just.
Well, Nikki's still around, but she hasn't been on YouTube much.
She's been, and they've been having, you know, they have a lot of things, festivals and stuff like that during the fall and winter. So.
Well, and she did have like her Christmas tractor hayride thing going on.
Yeah.
She's pretty active in that.
And, you know, so she stays real busy in the fall. Because, you know, she doesn't leave the house after Christmas until spring thaw. At least I would. It's just, that's just not my thoughts of a good time.
Well, we ain't doing anything outside today.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not even leaving today. We got all the shipments out yesterday, and we ain't even leaving.
Did you, well, you have to go outside to stoke your furnace, don't you?
Well, yeah, but we're not going anywhere. Yeah, we go outside, take care of the horses, and put wood in the wood stove.
Now, let me tell you what, when you're out there, after you throw the wood in the wood stove, you don't stand around and admire the great outdoors. You get your ass
Oh my
kicked.
god, well, we have our pug who lives up north with us. She's a total wimp. Well, we have this shepherd we got down here when we moved down here. You open the door, she doesn't even want to go outside. She's like, ugh. And then she's like, why are we out here? All she wants to do is go inside. She's a total wimp.
She's like picking up her feet real high to like because she doesn't like cold snow on her feet. In her bed right now. She went back up to the bedroom.
Todd Frank said, well, it finally happened. Todd's dead mouth swallowed.
It's digesting them right now.
I just don't. You know, I just can't get too hipped up on that super cold. I went to Colorado, snow skied for 5 days. Had a
Yeah, but
great
it doesn't really
time.
get that cold in Colorado. I mean,
No,
they
it
get a
didn't
lot of
get cold.
snow, but it's like in the 20s.
You know, it was fun. It was also fun. You know, kids like snow until they have to really get, you know, they have to work in it. And then the kids like,
I mean, I used to downhill ski. I used to take Jim downhill skiing too, but he was a total wimp. He was scared. He wouldn't go on anything if it was like black diamond, if it had, you know, a black diamond on it or 2 black diamonds. I'm like, it isn't even that bad. It's ski brew. It's not like we're on the mountain.
This after I
The little
just
kids would be like laughing at him. It'd be like, oh, let's go down Maple Syrup. They have all these like really cute, like, you know, simple names. You know, it isn't like Devil's Pass or anything. It'd be like Maple Syrup, Bear Run or whatever. I'm like, it's like maple syrup. It's fine. These little kids are laughing. Let's go down.
Yeah, okay, and then finally I went down the slope of no return. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. Only one kid broke his leg on the way down. He's pinned between these
He
white
didn't break his leg. He was fine.
He thought it was. He was
He
yelling.
was
"It's broken,
crying.
it's broken."
Then once they had to do it, remove the binding, and it was fine.
Yeah, they got the little bastard's foot out between these 2 trees. They slapped the ski back on, and the little son of a bitch skied the rest of the way down. Oh my god, how they want to bring in a helicopter for this poor bastard? I'm like, get me off this hill.
and at Keystone Resort out in Colorado, they have, it's called the Skull Bar. It's the beginner trail that starts from the very top of the mountain. It'll take you half a day to get down the
Yeah,
Skull
they had
Bar.
one of those too. I forgot what they was. That maple syrup? Was that the real long?
That's a real long one. I like that one. I
Yeah,
can't
'cause
remember
it's
the one
super
all day.
easy.
She wants to go on death, double Skull Mountain.
No. But well, I could talk.
Skeletor's up
There was another
She-Ra.
one. They call it like Mama Bear or something, but back there it had the hot cocoa shack, so you could stop halfway down and have a hot cocoa. So I could usually talk them into that one because you could take a break.
Yeah, those. Remember those? Caribbean? What country is that?
Oh, they were from Jamaica.
Jamaican girls. These Jamaican girls.
Oh my god,
Are
he's such
super
an
fucking-
asshole. Oh my god, he's such an
So
asshole.
she goes to me. She goes, you know what? If we have fun
We're
here,
just dating.
we
Yeah.
ought to get the family ticket because then we could, we'll get a discount on the thing. I go, whoa, slow down there, sweetheart. I'm not ready to get involved in some family ticket or something like that. That's a big commitment. I'm goofing around or whatever. These Jamaican women that are serving the hot cocoa, they're looking at me like, oh boy, you're telling her what's what.
Such a jerk.
Anyway.
When,
Like, yeah,
when I
easy
went
there,
out there,
girl.
I was in my third. When I went out to Colorado skiing, I was in my 30s. It was a group of people. It's all about the same age, except this one lady. She celebrated her 70th birthday while we were out there. We skied for 4 days, and on the final run of the day, because we were calling it quits and we had a party to go to, we're all at the top of the slope having a drink, a hot drink, before we start down the mountain. And people were like, well, let's just take the school bar down. It'd be nice and relaxing. We can see some scenery and
Oh,
take
I
some
like that.
pictures on
Sounds
the way
good.
down. About a third of the way, the 70-year-old says, screw this. This is killing me because you just kind of creep along. And she says, I'm going down. And she pointed to a slope, and it was a black diamond. She says, I'm going down that one. So because the 70-year-old lady, who is an excellent skier, by the way, decides she's going to go down this black diamond, everybody else is like, okay, we're going too. So we all headed down the black diamond slope.
Yeah, Jim's version of skiing is pretty much riding the pizza. He snowplows it all the way down.
I gotta grab this. I'll be right back.
Yeah, some people don't like hospitals. I've got brittle bones. And you can't smoke. The real steep hill, you can't get. It keeps blowing the cherry off your cigarette.
Ah, so Tom left us just like that.
Just like that.
He had to take a very important Christmas call. We had a call this morning. What did that thing say? Something.
Ready for your virtual call or something?
Something virtual call or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no. I'll let the machine pick it up, but nothing happened. So I'm like, okay. I'm not doing virtual calls from unknown people on a landline. I don't. All I have is caller ID. I doubt I'm going to see like a pixelated picture of the person I'm talking. That was weird.
I used to love to ski, but then I got old.
He's still on the phone.
Yeah, we went from what was it, 48 to 4 below in what, 2 hours, 3
Yeah,
hours?
3 hours. Maybe.
Yeah, unbelievable how fast the temperature dropped.
Honestly, the snow was really coming down last night. It kind of a little bit looked like a blizzard with the wind and the snow that did come down.
Yeah, Paducah was like at 0,
No, like 12 above.
12 above, and we were at like 40 some degrees.
Yeah, 44.
So I mean that's well, it is a wide state, but I mean we knew it was coming because I'm outside in a t-shirt. Tara's telling me it's only 12 degrees in Paducah. I'm like, oh my god, I'm glad I'm not out there.
Honestly, skiing is fun, Debbie. I really like doing it. Honestly, that's probably one thing I miss doing, but then when I blew my knee out, I'm scared I'll wreck my knee if I go do it again. Just go to Ski Brule. They got the Brule Bear there. Teaches the beginners how
And
to
then go on maple syrup.
go on
and just
maple
stay on
syrup.
it. There's no reason to go off it. It's-
I never took you to Blackjack, but they had something like maple syrup at Blackjack, but you could ski through a tunnel, and they had like all these Disney characters painted on the
Oh, I
inside
would
of the
go on
tunnels.
that.
Then they shut Blackjack down for a while. I think it might have reopened. It was the home of the corduroy snow. Anyway,
Yeah, somebody got decapitated in the Disney
in the
tunnel.
Disney tunnel.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid's fin took his head right off.
Jim, tell a story because Tom's busy on the phone. That's what he typed. He typed that in the chat. Tell a story.
Oh, did Tom take that in the
Because
chat?
he's sitting on mute with his phone to his
Yeah,
ear.
well, we are telling stories now.
No, it was cute Ski Brule because they have the guy dressed in the furry suit as the Brule Bear, and he's got these kids he's trying to teach how to ski, which looks like a total pain in the rump. I mean, if you're in a fur suit and having to teach people how to ski.
Why would you apply for that job unless, I mean, you better do background checks. Okay, I'm into dressing up like in furry costumes again. I like
You
to
used to be Sparky.
teach kids. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Well, you were
I don't
doing.
like-
Maybe he don't like it either. Maybe
I
he
barely
drew,
tolerate
maybe
my
he
own kids. I
drew the
certainly don't like other. I have no
maybe he drew the short end of the straw and ended up the Brule Bear.
I
Like
will say one thing bad though about Sparky. When you're dressed up in the fur suit, nobody can see what you're looking at. You know, you could have the head, and you got all these 20-something moms are bringing their little, you know,
Oh my God.
6 and 7 year olds.
good grief.
Well, I was sweet. I was single and ready to mingle.
You were probably with your first wife.
You wake up, you know, she gives you a juice box and a fruit roll up. It's great. Because the other guys would be like, "Did you see so-and-so?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
You're horrible.
And they're like, "Oh, you're in the dog suit." I'm like, "Yep." I can look at whatever I want.
Dog suit Jim.
Yeah, you're Sparky on the fire department sometimes.
Well, when you start out,
During
you're
fire-
Sparky, then
during
they
fire
promote you.
safety.
When you don't know what you're doing, that's when they start doing. Because they just tell you to walk goofy or whatever. It's pretty simple instructions. But then later, when you're training the kids, you actually got to know stuff. Just try to teach them something. So Sparky actually can't talk, so. Sometimes you get followed around by they have a robot fire truck that the guy's got a headset. He's inside the garage where the fire truck goes in a headset with a one-way mirror or whatever, so he can see out, they can't see in. And he's talking. He does this it changes into like a robot voice. So the robot fire truck, Freddy, follows the kids around, and you walk around the fire truck, but the fire truck does all the talking. You don't say nothing.
Jim quit the fire department by the time Brandon would have been doing fire safety at the fire hall and stuff. Anyway, it was real cute. So they're doing like this,
The way he
teaching
quit
the
fire
kids.
department, yeah, what's
No,
that?
not that, Brandon. So Brandon, they're like, oh, any questions? So Brandon raises his hands to tell this whole story about how his dad burns these huge burn piles on his property. And these guys know Jim, and they're just like nodding their head like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice, kid, yeah.
I'm back.
You should have make your dad call the police on your dad. Well, no, one of the guys I was yelling at he's a detective on this.
Yeah. Well, you went
He
to
had a
school.
gun on him while screaming in his face.
So
He was also in the Omen movie. There's a little fact that Omen 2, when they're skating on the lake,
Those are
was
all my
filmed.
Catholic school chums.
Those were, yeah, Jim went to Disney that year, but those are all his Catholic school classmates that are in that movie when they're skating on the lake playing hockey. and that scene was filmed. Jim's dad lived across the lake from where that scene was filmed. That was at Indian Point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that part of the movie was filmed right there on Catfish Lake
That's
and Eagle
Murphy's-
River.
Yeah, Murphy's house,
Yeah.
whatever, mansion or whatever you call it. It's funny too because the kid gets mad because I know exactly when they're at that house. I know right where that house is. It's right across from my dad's house. The kid gets mad and he runs. I think he finds out he's the devil or whatever, or the devil's kid. So he runs out to the dock. He's all upset. Well, they show him run across the lawn in Wisconsin, and then he gets out to the dock. Well, it's got to be Chicago or somewhere because he's looking across this vast expanse of water because they filmed part of it in Chicago. I'm assuming it's Lake Michigan. He's running off.
Because you can't see a shore across the lake.
Right, no, you can't see. It's just horizon. So obviously, the lake that house is on is Catfish Lake. Yeah, it's a good sized lake. A little bit big.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's movie magic for you.
Yeah, that house that movie was filmed in, it just got sold like 2 years ago, and now they made it like a corporate retreat and maybe a bed and breakfast type thing or something like that where you can rent it. So really neat. The inside of it was still pretty much period decorated.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a neat.
The one that y'all used to maintain, or Jim used to maintain during the off season?
No, this is a different place. It would be.
No, but it was right on. It was on.
It was on the
lake.
same lake, but the one he would maintain for those people was kind of in the next bay over.
If you Google the Eagle River chain of lakes, it would be on Catfish Lake, and the place I caretook for was on Catfish Lake. My dad's house was on Catfish Lake, and this Oman house was on Catfish Lake.
Yeah, it's called Indian Point because it had a big concrete. The lawn has kind of got a point there, and there was a big concrete Indian there that would stand there. Everybody called it Indian Point.
Yeah. So anyway, whenever the Omen 2's on, I watch it to see my school. They also played hockey when the guy's underneath the ice and they're pounding on the ice because you see the guy going underneath. You can see him when they're playing hockey, he falls to the ice. Those are kids I went to school with also, pounding on the ice. It was the 7th and 8th grade classes. So why they went to a Catholic school to get actors for the Omen, I don't know, but
it's a little sadistic. Okay.
Because there was a little bit of thing, some of the people in the church were like, "Why are these kids starring in this devil movie?" But anyway.
Did they get paid to be
Yeah,
in it?
they got paid.
No.
Not a lot. But, hey, if I had the choice, do you want to go to Disney World or do you want to be the Omen? I want to go to Disney World.
What's being an omen?
In the movie, The
There's a
Omen was
movie.
filmed in Eagle River. Daddy's
Then I'm not
classmates were in it.
Because I went to Disney World. Yeah, it was
Now,
like
y'all
that,
lived
yeah.
Is
in
that
Eagle,
male?
on Eagle. Y'all lived in Eagle River. That's what part of Wisconsin you're from.
Most awesome.
Yeah, that's where we lived, Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Because I'm looking at it on the map.
That's pretty. It's way up at the top.
Yeah. Dang. Y'all were.
Go
y'all
if
are
you
where
if you want to later on. Go on YouTube. They got films of the Omen House, Eagle River, or whatever. You can go look at it.
Omen 2.
Omen 2.
So,
Omen?
Yeah, you know the movie with Damien
Okay.
Domino.
Yeah.
Satu.
I'll check it out.
He's
wait,
a little
why
devil
would you-
kid.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't need that going other than you guys.
We were going to Disney.
All
It was in the
right.
spring
That's
of
why
the
the
year.
Seneca boys aren't in either. Because it was a big.
Well, it's Omen 2. It's really not that scary. But anyway, all those scenes, it's all there. That like when they do the birthday party in that house with all the it has like that pine interior walls, and I think it has a bunch of deer mounts and stuff like that. That's all filmed in that house.
So, do y'all have
I don't
any
know.
plans between now and Christmas? You getting together with
Did
the
you get the
family
mail
or
yesterday?
anything?
Did you get the mail from yesterday?
Our mail hasn't been coming till 6 o'clock at night.
No, I mean our guy usually comes around 11 or 12, but my son went and got some mail out of the box, so Jim had a couple boxes he wanted to put in our mailbox.
Todd, what you trying to do? Cut down our shipping and ship that correct one piece at a time?
No, I found a good box for it. I'm alright.
I would agree that Exorcist is definitely way scarier than Omen.
I'll tell you what's the scariest, and that was the 2020 Democratic Convention.
All sorts of deadly looking figures walking around there.
That's right. You know, and that's what gets me. Is everybody in our Congress, no matter what party they're in, they look so old. Even
It's
as
'cause they're
an old
there
man
for 100
myself,
years.
they just look so old. I guess young people still making their fortunes, so they don't want to mess with that crap right now.
Wait a minute, wait, what? What the hell do you think the politicians are doing?
That's why they sit there
They're
so
the
long.
ones building their fortunes, for crying out loud. That's why you stay in. I'm going to give you $1 million in taxpayer money, and you're going to kick me back $100,000. That's how it works, and you do it all day long. Just stay on the phone, keep making calls.
Let me
I'm
tell
going to
you
give
what
you
the-
this, and then you're going to give me that. That's
the
how they
two
go in
longest-
there. They're living in a $100,000 house, and by the time they're done, they got to have 3 $8 million managers.
The two longest running senators in the U.S. government has been from North Carolina and South Carolina. Because old Uncle
So how are they
Strom,
doing?
he was in Congress or Senate forever.
Strom Thurmond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That guy was
in-
old 50 years ago.
He was from what was it, the Reconstruction? He
Yeah.
was from the Reconstruction to like 1970.
Yeah.
Careful, Tom. Yeah.
He went into the Senate under Grant, I think.
I think he had a white outfit in his closet. It was his dress whites.
Dang, he was born on December the 5th. Anyway,
Okay.
well, if their birthdays in December, it always catches my eye, because that's the most creative month to be born in. Wait a minute, see. He served for 46 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good work if you can find it.
Well, how long? Dianne Feinstein, I think she's going to retire because she's gotten so old, but she's been there for 100 years too.
Yeah. They all.
Even Mitch McConnell, I mean, he's been here for a long time.
And I'm saying this in a kind way, YouTube. Poor Nancy looks like death warmed over. I think this last 2 years is just taking a toll on her.
Well, how old is she? Like 83?
I don't know, but she looks.
Well, and that giggling and stuff, I think there is something mentally slipping. I mean, I'm on the other team, full disclosure, but I do think there's something mentally there going on. Like that giggling all the time,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's just,
It's the drawn-on
And
eyebrows.
she's quit using her Botox.
you know.
It's
I
the
told her
drawn-on
Roberta wants some
eyebrows.
Botox
They
for
don't
Christmas.
look right. They just sometimes she looks like she has L's on her face.
Yeah, I mean, even all the presidents except for Ronald Reagan, they come out looking so old because their hair's so white. That's a hell of. You've got to be a glutton for punishment to want that job.
Trump came out looking the same though.
Well, that's because he dyes his hair too.
It's timeless.
President Obama, his hair had so much white in it when he left. Like I said, and all not picking sides or anything like that. That's got to be a hell of a job. You really got to be a glutton for punishment to want it.
I think you make more money as a senator or a representative than you as president. I think the real money is in the lower, because you're too under the spotlight as executive officer.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, I think lag. I think that it's the fact that you're just such a small number. There's 46 has been 46 presidents or 46
I don't-
terms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because Trump was 45, so we're
Trump's 45.
46.
So you're just a low number where I'm the senator from the state of North Carolina. Well, which one? There's a lot.
And do you have Lindsey Graham? Is he you or is he South Carolina?
He's South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom.
Well, who's North Carolina? Tim Scott? No.
Tim Scott's South Carolina too.
Well, who's North Carolina?
We just got a new one.
Did you get a guy that's a veteran that's in a wheelchair, or is that your representative?
That might be a rep. Richard Burr and Tom Tillis are our senators right now. And we're going to have Richard Burr is retired, and we've got another Republican senator moving in his spot. But I think they need to get their ass to work. They just do.
So, is it easier to wrap Christmas presents now that you've done all this wrapping being as a reseller?
No, I hate wrapping Christmas presents. That's why I use a lot of gift bags. I just put it in a bag.
I like wrapping presents.
Not
You get,
my talent.
if it's got like candy strips on it, you turn it the package so it's running diagonal instead of straight across or up and down. You got to get creative.
Oh, you
with
sound
it. That's the fun
artistic.
with
Yeah,
it.
I'm not that artistic. You know, like make it so like with candy stripe wrapping, you make it so the wrapping this pattern's diagonal.
Oh
instead of
my
straight up and down.
God.
Yeah.
No.
I'm the person that has the jagged cut with the scissors
Whoa,
and
who
scotch
said this
tape.
is Tom?
Yeah.
Now, Tom, do you actually wrap it, or do you make the butler do it and you tell them to line up the string?
I wrap them myself, thank you kindly. I enjoy it.
Are you sure you're not one of those people who go to the mall and then you bring all the boxes to the volunteer girls who are wrapping presents and have them do it?
No, but in my youth, I used to. All my mom's stuff used to be wrapped in the prettiest paper because I always shopped at Belk's for her present, and then I would take it over
Cat's
to their wrapping section and have them
That's a
wrap
good
it.
one,
So-
Debbie.
Oh,
Cat's got masking feet and wrapping paper.
hey, why's your cat hair all over
I'm
this?
gonna tell you what, I can
cellophane
entertain my cats. I can throw a piece of wrapping paper down in the middle of a room, and then go to another room and do stuff, and the cats are occupied because they play with the wrapping paper. But I don't mind. I mean, I hate shipping. I hate listing. I hate shipping.
Oh boy, I think you're in the wrong business then, Tom. I don't want to be a guru or anything, but I think it's two things you have to do.
Yeah, that's just it. Nikki says it's -8 up there and winter warm.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think yesterday in Eagle River it was
Nikki's up.
-16. No, she just sent a message in the
Yeah.
in the chat.
But she's on, so she's listening?
No, she just on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Merry Christmas if you're listening, Mickey.
Wind chill is going to, it looks like it's going to be possible get up to 2 degrees today. 2 degrees.
It's only gonna be 6 here in Kentucky.
You people.
I don't know what it
are-
will be with the wind chill, but it's only gonna be 6 above here.
But we're getting lucky in Kentucky.
You know what's really, you know, I always talk about how I dislike the cold weather. It's back before Mount Roberta. Back in the early 90s. A friend of mine was going to work for an oil company, an Earl company. And there's an island off of the coast of Russia, and they were going to develop an oil refinery and oil wells and all that kind of mess there. And he was going to be head of their security, and he mentioned my name to one of the people, and they called me wanting to run their office over there. And I really entertained the thought, and even applied for it because I thought, well, you know, I'm getting on up there in age. I'll be 35 soon, so.
Come on, we know
applied
you're
for it,
39.
and during the interview, the guy said, "Now you got to realize that you only have 2 hours during the winter months. You only have 2 hours of daylight, and the snow gets up to like 12 feet deep over there, and all this kind of stuff." And I'm like, "That's cool," you know. And I hadn't signed a 2-year contract. I was all ready for it. I hadn't dropped the bomb on my mom yet. had already looked into buying a Subaru and having it shipped over there from Japan. And they ended up not getting the contract. So all that fell through. But I was thinking, you know, I look back at it now and I'm like, it snows all the damn time. It's dark all the time. Why did you think that you would enjoy this little dig? But like I said, they changed the Russian government was not wanting to go with an American company, so. But I thought it'd be cool, you know, and to do something that I had never done before and was really out of my comfort zone.
Oh no. Bridget said their power went out. Oh no.
I'm sorry, Bridget.
Time to get a generator going. Yeah, ours went out last night, and Jim was outside to put wood in the stove. He's like, well, we had set up the generator in case it went out, so he just flipped the generator on, so we got to keep having heat.
Yeah, my cords all laid out, everything to get. It was full fuel. Test started it. It was all set to go, and I'm like, I'm wasting my time because I'm never gonna need this stupid thing. But all right, it'll be ready. And I went out there, put wood in the stove, and I'm halfway to the wood stove, and all of a sudden the outside lights went out. I'm like, oh boy.
Knock on wood, I'm surprised ours hadn't gone out.
I didn't realize when I set it up because the outdoor wood boiler has pumps. There's 2 pumps on it. There's the fan that feeds the fire, you know, that controls whether or not the fire is burning. And the interior of the house has got it's forced air heat. So you got the fan that blows the heat around across the hot air, across the heat exchanger. So you got all that electrical stuff. If that electrical stuff don't work, it doesn't matter that it's wood. We got no heat because there's nothing to circulate the warm water into the house. You know, because the pumps aren't running, let alone blow it around. You know, once it's in the house. So yeah, without that generator, we'd have had no heat at 4 below zero. I'm like, that would suck in a house that's not insulated. We were doing some decorating in the living room. I saw where they had put in a balance so we'd take it down above one of the windows. Where they went through the wall, you can see our siding through our vinyl siding. You can see it through one of the cracks or whatever. You can see through the vinyl siding. That means there's no insulation, vapor barrier, or nothing inside these walls. They're just hollow walls.
Well,
where they don't expect you're gonna have to deal with much cold.
You need to go ahead and build that new mansion up there so you can
Yeah.
cold in her old age.
No, I don't need a mansion.
And this is probably a farmhouse that was added onto maybe at the turn of the century, but the original building we're figuring is about, from talking to people, it's 1860s, 1870s. So they weren't insulating real good back then.
Well, I had indoor fireplaces though, because that fireplace
Yeah.
behind you, and I'm sure you had
There's one
a
in the
fire
kitchen.
in one
Well,
in the
there's
kitchen.
the chimney.
Yeah.
You got 2 chimneys, so we had 2 fireplaces.
You know,
Well, I would say probably had one in the living room, and the one in the kitchen shared the same chimney.
I'm surprised the real estate costs so much up there. That land is so expensive. Who the
Where?
hell wants to live up there?
Well, are you talking about northern Wisconsin?
Any of it.
Well, you get a lot of Illinois people, you know, they want to go retire to the Great Northwoods. You got a lot of lakes up there. You do have a lot of people, though, that are there in the summer and then they leave right after Christmas and don't come back until April, May. I mean, there's a lot of people like where I used to live that did that. Those people that bought my arena, those boat people. Well, I don't know. I like to have 4 seasons. I don't think I could live somewhere where I don't have 4 seasons. Yeah, you stay here for Christmas and New Year's. You leave right after New Year's, and then you go to Florida and you don't come back till May. Well, that's not really experiencing 4 seasons up there.
We have 4 seasons here. I think we'll have to get some land and put it.
Does magnolia wood burn cleanly? They're too young there. You wouldn't even make firewood. I think it's a sin to cut down a magnolia tree.
Need to build like a winter commune down here, so
you
all
have-
the ridge sellers load up their trailers and
Yeah.
they come down. They move to South Carolina for the cold months. Now somebody was talking. It was Joanna. She was talking about that she had to. She needed to beef up her inventory. With that kind of weather, who wants to even go out of the house during the winter?
Yeah, but you do. I mean, even like today, is it cold today? I mean, I put on a jacket. I went outside in my pajama pants with a pair of rubber boots on, and I mean, I'm not like, oh God, I ain't gonna live out here. I mean, so I mean, I'm fairly still used to it a little bit. You just get used to it. It's like, how do you live? How do you go out in North Carolina when it's 105 degrees outside?
Because you run to the car and cut the air conditioning out.
There you go. Same difference. You just put the heat on.
James,
Yeah,
where
like
the
you're
hell
not
are
going to
you
go
at?
outside and do yard work when it's 100
Yeah.
degrees.
James says it's negative 40 here today. Where are you at, dude? So I can make sure I stay away from there.
I don't think my sales. I'm not really doing anything today. Yeah, it's pretty
Not
bad.
yet.
I think in Indiana, dang, you colder than
It must be with the wind chill.
must be. Wow.
When I come south, the snow hangs like from Indianapolis north. You'll have that. That's like the snow belt in Indian North, and because then it's early spring from Indianapolis south. South of Indy, it's usually green. Like in late January, early February already.
Nikki
I have the snow and the
says.
slush when I hit North Indianapolis.
Nikki says
See,
I'm
it's only
sitting in the
it's only
truck with
negative
the heat
9.
on while Brandy went into Target. The truck is shaking like crazy from the wind. That's why it feels like it's 34 to minus 34 here. Jeez. That's insane. Negative 9 minus negative 40. What's the difference? It's in the 40. It's in the negative.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference from 9
Oh, I'm sure there is.
When you hit 40, you got to put a heat source underneath your propane tank if you heat with propane, or the propane, the pressure in the tank, it won't solidify, it doesn't liquefy, but it does get down to, for whatever reason, it doesn't have enough like natural pressure to push the propane out of the tank, so you have to put heat underneath it. When it gets to 40 to 60 below, you gotta help your propane tank out. And I don't know what gets below 60 because we never had anywhere. The 60 is the coldest we ever got.
And I know you get up there and you get climatized to it and stuff like that. That's like, I'm talking about the weather like it's extreme, but for you people it's not. It's like if you come to Charleston, South Carolina in August, you're going to go, how the hell do you people live down here? It's 105 with 500% humidity.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's the same thing.
I will say I'm more acclimated now because
The
like
heat,
when I
yeah.
lived up in northern Wisconsin, like let's say it got 80, 85, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
it's so
80
hot.
80
And now
degrees was
80
hot.
is like the new 70. It's like, oh yeah, it's not that
We
bad.
go outside, if it was like 80 degrees and sunny, me and Tar be like, oh my god, it's so oppressively hot. And now it can be over 90 and it really don't bother us, so we're getting used to the heat.
Leg says he's not leaving the basement for 4 months.
Yeah, he could be like the groundhog, when Leg sees his shadow,
Well,
6
when I
more
start
weeks
getting that
later.
Social Security's direct deposit, I ain't gonna leave the basement either. But I need that government direct deposit first. Otherwise, I gotta keep coming out.
James says his chickens are flying south. Oh, Lord have mercy. So did you get the kid something good for Christmas this year? Somebody's
I
been wanting?
guess. Well, I can't talk about it. He's sitting in the next room.
Oh, is he? Go out and shovel off the driveway, Brandon.
Yeah. We got him, I don't know, some books,
Underwear,
Tinker toys, underwear and socks,
an orange.
an orange. A chocolate bar, that was the big thing.
Lump of coal.
Let me put it this way: we had a lie and say that some of the gifts were for us. because they can't sell them to people, underage.
Yeah. Well, my mom and dad said that when they were kids, they would get a shoebox and they would have like an orange in it and an apple, and then they would have a bunch of nuts, pecans, walnuts, stuff like that, and some candy, and then a toy, and that was it.
Like a
My
switchblade,
kids would have thought
carton of
that we
Lucky
were
Strikes.
poor.
A fifth Old Crow.
Kids steal
Bottle
more.
of
Where are
Happy
you
Van
at?
Winkle.
Where's kids steal more at? She says it's
Oh, she's in California, but like outside LA, I think.
Oh, okay. She says it'll be 85 there. Well, you've got other problems to worry about.
I mean, I think she's within like an hour or two of LA, so she's like that part of California.
Well, I've flown into LA, and if you fly over LA for 2 hours before you ever get to LA, because it's just like one little town that's all grown together.
Yeah, I've never been to California. I've been as far west as like Arizona and Nevada, but I've never been to California.
I've been to LA a couple of times. It was fun to. It was fun to visit. Because I got to see stuff like the LA River. And, we went over to...
Is that where they throw all the Amazon packages?
Do I?
Is that where they throw all the Amazon packages?
I
the
don't
LA
know if they
River?
do now. It wasn't back
Oh.
then. And Cindy said...
You
they
ever
had
see
Christmas
that? Have
stuff.
you seen that on like the news where they'll show like the train tracks or whatever? It's just Amazon packages up and down all the train tracks.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God! Look at
Oh my god, you haven't seen that? They show
Yeah,
a
you
clip all
should.
the
I
time.
mean, they were really showing it, not so much now, but like this fall, they were showing it. They have like these trains, and they break into the trains. It's just Amazon packaging. I mean, the track looks like a river of Amazon packaging.
Yeah, mentally, you should watch the news. It keeps your stress level at a good, you don't get like weak because you're not exercising your stress. You want to expose
Okay.
yourself to the stuff on the news.
That's a good place to go sourcing. I would do it too, Lag, if I lived there.
Yeah, I would too. Like when they're having these riots, they're like, "Oh, how can those people steal big screen TVs?" Hell, if I lived down there, you watch through your neighbors carrying home big screen TVs. You're gonna sit there on your couch and say, "Okay, no, I'm not gonna go get a TV." Damn right, I'd be getting my TV.
Well, people are so blatant about it nowadays. This guy I know who is the loss prevention for one Walmart. He said he was walking in the store one day, and this guy came back from, was headed towards the doors, and he had like a 70-inch big screen TV in a buggy. And the guy flipped his receipt at the cashier, and she just waved him on through. And he said
It'll
he
be like a
stopped him.
receipt for a loaf of bread.
It was for a $1.86 sofa, and it was a $700 TV.
Yeah.
Because the guy stopped him, and he had to put his badge on when he goes in the store, and he says, "Sir, can I see your receipt, please?" And the guy handed him the receipt, and then ran like hell out the store.
Yeah, that's stuff like what goes on like in those Walgreens drugstores and stuff where they come in with the garbage bags filling up stuff. I can tell you here that you ain't gonna make it outside that drugstore.
John,
It's gonna be hillbilly justice.
yeah. John, have you ever been ridden by Linwood over in Philly, the mansion? It's supposed to be windy here for like all day long. It's beautiful. The sky's blue. It's clear. It's just windy as hell. And that wind will cut through you out there.
Okay, 10 o'clock. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Past your bedtime, you need to take a nap.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right,
see
guys.
y'all Monday. I guess I'll do a show. I don't know.
I want everybody to have a happy and safe Christmas.
Hit the
Stay out of
eggnog.
trouble.
Yeah.
Lag, maybe your mom will let you, maybe she'll unlock your door so you can go upstairs. Everybody, especially you people that's in you skies, that's over there in the that minus temperature areas. Y'all please stay safe, stay warm the best you can. After school gets out, well, schools are out, so shoot, Joanna, you don't even have to go out the house. But y'all be safe up there, especially you old folks. But anyway, thanks for coming in. Y'all have a great Christmas. Be safe, and we'll see you sometime. It might be next year before I see you. Anyway, bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.